And cheers. Maybe we could all start with our thing in front and then back away.
Mine is so clear.
I feel so not classy. All right, ready?
Uh-huh.
Welcome to another episode of Spread the Word.
This is Nugget. Ow. Nugget and I are upstairs in my office at my house, and Julia and Danielle are at their houses because we are on stay-at-home orders. So yeah, this is episode 9. This is a new exciting way to do Spread the Word. Julia, take it away.
Okay, so I read The Silence of Bones by June Her. It takes place in the early 1800s in Korea during the dynasty of the Queen Regent Joseon. And there's a little bit of an author's note at the back about that time period. That was when a lot of Catholics were persecuted in Korea, which is one of the plot central devices in the book. The main character, Seul, is a damo who works at the police department, and the story starts when a noble-born woman, Lady O, is found dead, and Seul gets kind of pulled into the investigation. And like through that case and Seul's like memories and her past, her past like unfolds and like what other connections she has to the case kind of get revealed. But like at its heart, it's really very much like a detective novel. And then it's also historical of a period I did not know anything about, which was really interesting. It's nice. There's no central love story here. And I do find it refreshing to not have that in a young adult book. I would compare it to Sherlock Holmes, but the scenery of the book is definitely more like hard-boiled detective kind of thing. It's very, if I could pick a color that I saw this happening in, it was definitely gray. It was like, that's like the mood.
Okay, so I read Veronica Roth's Chosen Ones. It's kind of like if we saw Harry Potter after everything that happened and where they would be. So it's like, okay, you've saved the world with a group of your friends, your celebrities. How does that affect you emotionally, mentally? How do you find renewed worth in yourself after you've saved the world? Like you peaked at like 14 or 15. Mm-hmm. So what's going on with the rest of your life? So basically it's like 5 teenagers and they're brought together by the government to fight this guy called the Dark One. So they're recruited by the government to challenge him. You know, obviously they defeat the Dark One and then it just like shows them years later and they're all celebrities. Like most of it is in the present with flashbacks and something happens and I can't really say more.
Okay.
Like it's not just like a meditative like look on what happens to the chosen ones after they are chosen.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Okay.
Sounds awesome.
But yeah, it's really good.
So this month, I'm going to tell you about a watercolor botanical book that we have called Modern Watercolor Botanicals. So it's super beautiful. Like.
And instructive with pictures to show you how
to
do.
You have like, she also like, it goes over like color theory as well. It really starts really elemental, like with different strokes, different ways you can add color and build color. And then it also has like some actual activities step by step. And then it has patterns that you can then trace.
Oh, pretty.
So I'll show you my little activities and show you my progress. So I first did the study of the different types of washes. So it goes from wash to wet in wet, gradient, blotting point, blotting with a damp brush, blotting with a dry brush, and then wet on dry. Anyway, okay. So then I went on and I tried to paint. This is my other one.
Oh yeah.
That also.
Yeah, look at I was very pleased with how the color blending. Like I was slower and I paid more attention to how she said to blend the colors and to actually build, like taking the big thing about this is giving yourself time and patience. I'm very pleased with them, but I know I have a long way to go.
Okay, so that was the 9th episode of Spread the Word. Can you guys believe it?
Woohoo!
Nice!
And we're super excited about these books that we're bringing you. I feel like we had a really good variety, especially with the watercolor. We should do that more often.
Okay.
So thanks for joining us. Hopefully we will be back in person soon, but if not, this is kind of fun too. It's kind of different, right?
Yeah. I'll show you my other cat next time. I have an actual other cat that wasn't a weird sexual innuendo. So sorry.
I see my other cat on webcam.